Question 11. The diagram shows the curve with the equation y equals 3 log x, and you've shown a diagram here. And we're asked, on the diagram in your answer booklet, sketch the curve with the equation of y equals 1 minus log 3x. So what we're going to have to do is transform this graph to get it in the form that they want. And there's two transformations we need to do. So I'm just going to write out the coordinates, and then we'll use the coordinates, and then we'll sketch on the graph down here. So our original graph is log 3x, and you can see it has coordinates of 1, 0 and 3, 1. So it could be quite helpful to rewrite this expression instead of as y equals minus log 3x plus 1, just because it might become a bit clearer. So when we transform this to minus log 3x, what we're doing is we're flipping it in the x-axis. So all these x values are going to stay the same, but the y values are going to be the negative. So for our first point, our y value doesn't change because it's already on the x-axis, so it doesn't really matter if it gets flipped around. Then for this one, our x value is unchanged, but then our y value goes to negative 1 because that's been flipped down to there. Okay, and then when you do your second transformation, minus log 3x plus 1, you're just moving them up by a vertical value. So this value then becomes 1, 1, and this then becomes 3, 0. So these are our two important coordinates. So we can mark them on here. So 3, 1, and here, roughly there. Okay. So now that we've got our points, we can sketch the graph, and that's going to look like this. Just come down here through that point, keep going, keep going, keep going to there, and we'll mark these points on here just to be extra clear. 1, 1, and 3, 0. Okay. So where'd you get the marks from? We get 1 mark for flipping it in the x-axis and translating it by 1 point up, and then you get your second mark. Oh, you get your second mark for drawing an accurate sketch. Okay, now to part B. Part B. Determine the exact value of the x-coordinate at the point of intersection of the two curves. Well, we know from our last diagram that we get this point here. So we know that the point of intersection is going to be there. So all we need to do is make these two equations equal to each other, and from there we'll be able to work out this x-coordinate here that we get the right value for. Okay, so our first equation is y equals log 3x, and our second one is y equals 1 minus log 3x. So we'll put these equal to each other. Log 3x equals 1 minus log 3x. So you can move this one over to the other side. So log 3x plus log 3x equals 1. So log rules, when you get two logs added together, it's the same as the x value being doubled or multiplied together. So this becomes log x squared equals 1, right? And then you know that log 3 to the base 3 is equivalent to 1. So this then becomes log 3x squared equal to log 3, 3. The log 3's cancel out. So you're left with x squared equals 3. So x is equal to plus minus the square root of x. And we can see here that this x point has to be positive. X is equal to root 3 since x is greater than 0. Right, and that's your final answer there. So where did you get the marks from? Well, you get 1 mark for setting the coordinates next to each other, and then you get another mark for trying to solve it, and then you get your 3rd mark for the correct x coordinate there.